Hello and welcome back. Today we are tackling some key short answer questions that have appeared in previous university exams. These are crucial for your understanding of global politics and international organizations. We'll break them down with simple explanations, real-world examples, few quick insights to help you write better answers in your exam. So let's begin. The first question which appeared and we are going to talk about is unipolar world. So what is a unipolar world? The term unipolar world refers to an international system where a single country dominates global affairs militarily, economically, and politically. So what is the best example? The best example is the post-Cold War era after 1991, when the United States emerged as the sole superpower following the collapse of the Soviet Union. But why did this happen? It happened because, just to recall, the Cold War, which occurred between 1947 and 1991 roughly, was a classic bipolar world dominated by the USA and the USSR. After the Soviet Union's dissolution, that means disintegration, the US became the only global hegemon. That means the US became the only global dominant power, leading military intervention, shaping economic policies, and influencing international institutions. So the question which appears now is that, is the world still unipolar? Not exactly. Since the 2000s, emerging powers like China, Russia, and India have challenged the US dominance, pushing the world towards a multipolar or at least a multipolar world order. The rise of BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, China's Belt and Road Initiative, and Russia's geopolitical moves, all these show that power is more distributed now than in the 1990s. So for your exams, a well-structured answer should include definition of unipolarity, example of post-1991 US dominance, and transition towards multipolarity with China, Russia, India, and others. So moving on to our second key concept. The second key concept is missile technology control regime. It is a frequent topic in IR and defense studies. So what is MTCR? The missile technology control regime, known as MTCR, is a voluntary international partnership formed in 1987 to prevent the spread of missile technology capable of carrying nuclear weapons. Why was it created? Countries feared that long-range missiles could be used to deliver weapons of mass destruction, that is WMDs, which may lead to global security threats. So this was the reason that it was created, and the MTCR restricts missile exports with a range of over 300 kilometers and a payload of more than 500 kilograms. So who are its members? Initially it had only 7 founding members, but today over 35 countries participate. That include India. India joined in 2016. Remember that. So why does MTCR matter then? Because it affects India's missile program. By joining MTCR, India gained access to advanced missile and drone technology, but China is not a member, remember, which impacts regional security dynamics. So for your exams, what should a well-structured answer include? It should include definition and purpose of MTCR, formation year, that is 1987, and key members, and of course impact on India's missile program and China's exclusion. So finally, let's talk about the World Bank, a name that frequently appears in international economic discussion. So what is the World Bank? Established in 1944, the World Bank is an international financial institution that provides loans and grants to countries for economic development projects. Its primary goal is to reduce poverty and boost economic growth in developing nations. So how does it work? It has two main institutions: International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, known as IBRD. This IBRD gives loans to middle-income countries. Remember that. The second institution it has is called International Development Association, that is called IDA. It provides grants and low-interest loans to the poorest countries. But why is it important for us to talk about the World Bank? It is important because it funds projects in infrastructure, education, health, and climate change. India has been a major beneficiary. The World Bank has supported projects like rural electrification, sanitation, and digital economy growth. But remember, World Bank is also criticized. For what reason? Some people argue that it promotes policies that favor Western economic interests. Remember, structural adjustment programs called SAPs have been criticized for forcing developing nations into debt. So for your exams, a structured answer should include definition and purpose of the World Bank, key institutions like IBRD and IDA, impact on developing countries and India, and criticism and reforms. So that's it for today. We covered three important topics: the unipolar world, the MTCR, and the World Bank. These questions were asked in 2023 SAM exam, and these are essential for your exams and also for understanding global affairs. If you found this useful, let me know in the comments what topics you'd like me to break down next. Keep learning, stay curious.